Week 4. Here we are over halfway in the class. We're going to talk a little bit about reflective observation today, and we're going to talk about how the growth cycle works. We're over halfway, as I said in the course. Hopefully you're sensing the Lord's presence and really gaining steam in your thought process about how your ministry develops and how you grow as a person within your ministry. Hopefully you're learning about healthy boundaries and what that means to be transparent and vulnerable in your life to be able to grow. Scazzero, in A Healthy Emotionally Church, talks about a fable. It's a fable about a fellow crossing a bridge, and he sees another fellow on the other side of the bridge. And obviously, the fellow coming at him needs help when he leaps off the bridge with his rope in hand. And that fellow in the fable that's still on the bridge has to decide how much he gives to the fellow below to save him. And it's really a fable about knowing boundaries, what are healthy, what are not, how much to give someone, how much not to give someone. We have to think through those things as pastors, ministers, lay leaders, church leaders, attenders in church, don't we? The needs are great, and our time is limited. And we have to be clear on the calling that God's placed on our hearts and souls and minds, and do our best that we can with what God's given us, skills, gifts, talents, all of that. So as we walk in the kingdom way, we want to know who we are, clearly who we are, and then why we're doing what we're doing. And the healthier we are, the healthier our churches, families, and congregations will be, and the community as well. So we also want to know appropriate boundaries and be vulnerable, transparent, as I said. We want to develop trust in the right places. Figuring out who can give us advice and support is a good thing to know. A good discipleship, mentorship, and coaching are invaluable as far as growing forward in our ministries. And I'd like to propose about a little bit about the value of coaching. Coaching is involved with goal setting and accountability, and healthy leaders use goal setting and accountability to grow. In reading Jane Cresswell's book, Christ-Centered Coaching, she says, trying to reach your goals without a plan is like getting in a car and driving, just making random turns until you get tired. Then you just stop for the day only to pick up again and do it again the next day, and the next day, the same thing tomorrow. At some point, you're going to want to know where you're going. That's a very different experience from choosing a destination, getting out a map, even getting Siri out and being intentional about asking her where to go and what direction to be headed in, and then developing a strategy to get there. A coach in your life can do that with you. They can help you figure out where you're going to go. They can ask the all-powerful what questions. What are you thinking? What will be helpful? What can I do with you? They are a thinking partner to come alongside and help you find the shortest distance, or whether you want the most scenic distance, or you want the fastest route to figure out what your issue is or the solution to it. They're not going to tell you the solution. They're going to be a thinking partner with you. So a Christ-centered coach will not pick the destination for you. They won't provide the map for you or even dictate your strategy. After all, it is your ministry. You own that ministry, and you are the expert in that ministry. And God has called you to do it, even if you don't know how to do it yet. He's given you and equipped you what He's called you to do. A coach may not be an expert in your ministry, but a coach can help you. They can help you by asking you about your goals and what are your plans. And if you don't know how to plan, the coach will ask you, where can you learn how to plan? Or how can you learn best? So a coach will also be, as I said, a thinking partner. And then throughout that process, they help you develop your goals and then set the plans for being accountable to achieve those goals. Without a plan of action, a coach could talk to you about your strengths. They can troubleshoot and help you get jump started They will offer resources occasionally. If they've got them, they will ask permission to share them. It's not that they don't offer outside thoughts, but they do ask your permission. So, in a creative way, you can address your fears and you can become confident and you can constantly learn. But you don't want to be wandering in the desert, do you? You want to find the help that you need or the thought processors that will help you think through new ideas. That's pretty exciting to think up new ideas and have somebody alongside with you. Setting goals and allowing accountability with a coach and developing a plan of action through a ministry plan. Yeah, you're developing a ministry plan as an assignment in this course, but it's meant to be a bit of a life-changing experience to allow you to open up to new thoughts. If you've had one before, then I encourage you to rethink it in a different direction and just be patient with the process. And the ministry plan will allow God to work through the process of your seeking His face and His heart and His mind in your ministry. And what a powerful thing to listen to God's voice in the midst of looking at those planning endeavors and sharing them with another. Thank you for being part of this process, and thank you for getting to halfway through this course. Have a great week.